into you. Also, okay, so I found out about this today. We're still in March, right? So I'm honoring and shining a light on a woman in history. So I was like, who am I going to put up? Now it's a lot of great women. Right. I was like, well, who am I going to do today? And I was like thinking about it and overthinking. And I opened up my phone. Look at this little piece of hair, child. But I opened up my phone and I said, oh, this is who I'm talking about. I don't know if you all heard, but Dr. Tamaya Potter is the first Black woman neurosurgeon resident to attend Vanderbilt University for the medical program. And this is the first time since it opened in 1874. That's like 148 years. She's like 25 or 26 years old. She actually had someone open her letter of acceptance, and she was just so extremely excited. I had to make sure we had her nails and stuff in there so y'all can see that. It's her holding her paper. That is extremely exciting. I'm excited for her. I don't even know her, but I'm excited. I even sent her a congratulatory message on IG. She is a native of Florida. She also graduated from FAMU in 2018. She is also a member of Alpha Kappa Psi sorority. Okay, so please put your hands together for our next and the first Black woman to attend Vanderbilt University, and that is in Tennessee, as a neurosurgeon. That's just dope. So give it up for her, give it up for her, give it up, Dr. Tamaya Potter. I wanted to share that with y'all. Now, coming to the stage, this young lady, this woman, Dr. Nicola Mitchell, we actually met through a mutual friend, Zane, who's the book author. You all know Zane's famous books for years. So Zane called me last year and she was like, hey, Queen. She probably said Aisha. She said, hey, Aisha, are you available? And she gave me a date. And I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? So she told me about this project, this event that was happening called Girls Who Brunch Tour. So she connected me and Nicola, and the time we spoke on the phone and we just connected. We were in such alignment. We had similar experiences. And I said, absolutely, I will come down and be a presenter. My presentation turned into a mini comedy show performance, and we had a wonderful time, and we've been connected ever since. So Nicola has won, oh my gosh, she's won so many awards. She's written so many books and helped to publish other writers with their books. And she actually has an awesome project coming up on April 9th. She is executive producer of her own story, okay, on Lifetime, the Lifetime Network, called Giving Hope. Please put your hands together for Dr. Nicola Mitchell. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, how are you?
Awesome. It is so good to see you. Thank you for your yes. And I know you are extremely busy, and especially at this time.
Girl.
So I appreciate you coming on. Let me fix my camera so I don't look like my neck lost. Okay.
Okay, no, you good. You good.
Thank you. How are you?
I am good, Queen. I am so good. I'm just like ready for everything to finish. You know, I'm like a control freak, so I don't have control at this moment. And so instead of enjoying it, like everybody keeps saying, just enjoy it. I'm like, bruh, I need some control.
Stay in the moment.
So
stay in the moment and flow.
Yeah, try to be in the moment.
Yes. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm sending you some prayer, some peace. So please tell us about. We're going straight to the Lifetime movie. So it airs on Easter Sunday on April 9th.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your story, Giving Hope.
Yes, ma'am.
So first of all, tell me about how the name came about, Giving Hope. Why that name?
Lifetime came up with that. So they told me when they found me maybe 2 years ago. We've been going about this project, and they told me that this was going to be their inspirational piece. So I'm like, okay, awesome. You want to make a movie about my life and it's going to be an inspirational piece? Like, why? Like I didn't think, we have that thing called imposter syndrome, and you do the work, but you can recognize everybody else, but it's hard to recognize yourself. So I was struggling in that moment of even being comfortable enough to tell the story. So as I
Mm-hmm.
spoke with Adam, he wrote the script. Adam Rockoff. He uh,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Oh my gosh, you all you've been doing throughout your whole life is giving hope." So I didn't think that was going to really be the name of
Wow.
the movie. I thought it was going to be, something, because the movie was being called Girls Who Brunch the whole time.
Okay.
So I thought it was going to be called Girls Who Brunch. I didn't know until like a couple days before they released the press release. Worldwide is when I found out they named the movie after myself, Giving Hope, the Nicola Mitchell story.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. So tell us the Nicola Mitchell story. Where are you originally from? For those that don't know.
I'm a Caribbean girl. I'm from Jamaica. I was
Jamaica.
born in Jamaica, but I grew up on the West Coast in Las Vegas. So I say I go dumb and I can whine at the same time, right? And so I grew up there, and I was like a really quiet, shy kid. I didn't really talk a lot. So many people have reached
Mhm,
out to me now that the movie is coming out. They're like, I just remember you just being so quiet and reserved. And I
mhm,
used to write a lot.
mhm,
I never thought that I would have a career from writing. And I
mhm,
never thought that I would have gone this far. Because everybody tell you, when you're writing and things like that, you can't work, and that's not going to be, that's a hobby. That's not a business, a
mhm,
career field. So I just stuck to it. I was your girl in middle school and high school that wrote those poems like for your boyfriend. I
mhm.
made $5
Yeah.
a poem. I was a hustler
Okay.
back then. And
Mhm,
you know, it was a dare when I wrote my first book. And fast forward,
mhm,
I was like six to 8 books in when I was in Charleston, South Carolina, and I met this group of girls that didn't know that
mhm.
pizza came in a box. And
Oh,
that's
wow.
how
Wow.
I decided I needed to create an event for girls. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I needed to do
Mhm,
something there. And
mhm.
that's where the program came from.
Wow. They didn't know pizza. That's so see how that's something like that just inspired you. Y'all know pizza come in a box? Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna start something. And just to show them something different, to give them a different experience,
Yeah, because
exposure.
I'm from Jamaica. I would expect that from some girls from a third world
Mhm.
country, not girls in America modern time.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, Girls Who Brunch, was that the first organization name, or did you have another name
Mm-hmm.
before Girls Who Brunch Tour? It was always
It
the
was
name.
girls who brunch. Yeah, it was a joke. I'm like, everybody was brunching, right? So when I was trying,
Mhm.
because I was pitching it girl on the fly, I was like, I went back and I met these people and they agreed to me doing this event. I didn't have a name. I was like, okay. And so they're like, well, what are we gonna do? I was like, maybe what I do in my book signings, right? I create events for my launches.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
just used that blueprint, right? And I was
Mhm.
pitching it. And then they're like, okay, so what's gonna be called? And I'm like, everybody was brunching at the time. So I was like, okay,
Mhm.
girls who brunch. I didn't want it to be black girls who brunch because I
Right.
wanted for all girls, right?
Right.
So I was just like, okay, girls who brunch. And just ran with it. Who would have thought it was gonna be a household name almost 8 years later? Um,
Mhm.
just did something. And I really felt pushed to do it because I was a girl that was I've been through a lot. I was raped multiple times when I was a little girl, a teenager. I've been a lot of things. So that was what was the fuel to the fire to do it. Like I need to help these kids, and in turn, it helped me.
Mhm. Awesome. Yes, ma'am. And then the way you were you just honored at Black Girls Rock? You presented there. You had a or did the movie air there
Yeah. So
in
I
DC?
wasn't honored, but it was an honor
Yes.
because that was like a bucket list of mine to be at Black Girls Rock. But we premiered the movie there,
That's
and that was like sentimental for me because I became a bestseller in DC.
mm,
To come
my
back
second
full circle,
hometown.
a girl, mine too.
I lived there for 24 years. Yes. That's where me and Zane first met.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Okay, fun fact.
Yes. Yes, so you were in DC. You attended Black Girls Rock. Who that is on my bucket list. That is, I think, it's such a powerful event, and because it's whether people know it or not, it's really to support Black girls to inspire them. They have summer camps and so many things. So you were able to reach women of all ages and backgrounds. Like, and was it at the Kennedy Center?
It was at the Kennedy Center, yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
And our event was sold out from the beginning. So it was like people were asking, how can I get in? I'm like, I don't know. I have no control. But it was pretty
Mm-hmm.
dope. It was an amazing experience. Beverly was amazing.
Yeah.
She made us feel like family the whole time. And it was just a
Was
beautiful
wonderful.
experience.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. My sister went to the after party. She ain't tell me about this. She went to the concert. She missed that. I'm gonna tell her because she
I
was
went
in
to
the
the concert too. Ours was
concert.
on Sunday
Yeah,
though. Yeah.
I think they went on Saturday. I think they went on Saturday. But yeah,
Yeah, I was
so
there too on Saturday.
so tell me, how can young girls join or be a part of Girls Who Brunch tour? And is there age limit?
The age limit is 9 through 17, but we are in the process of starting an alumni program because
Hmm.
my alumni still work with us anyway, which is
Hmm.
so dope.
Yes.
They graduate from the program and they're still here. So I want to do
Hmm.
something that's more generalized for them to help them in that time frame because 19 to 25 is very trying. I have some that are having
Hmm.
babies, some that are getting married, so I do want to have resources for them. But anybody can be
Absolutely.
a part of Girls Who Brunch. Just sign up and attend. If they can't afford to attend, um, we will get somebody to sponsor them. So usually I sponsor 50 to 100 girls rescued from the sex trade, girls rescued in group homes, girls in foster care. And I put them with girls
Hmm.
from a better circumstance. Nobody knows your
Hmm.
background. We let them have
Hmm.
fun. We bring in celebrities, performers, food, and we're teaching them subliminally. They're having a good time, but they're learning. So it's a
Yes.
powerful program.
I think that is so beautiful, and that no one knows really anyone's story unless they share it. So they get to just
Hmm.
be on one level. They don't have to say, "Oh, I feel left out because this person has that." I think that's very dope. That was very
Yes,
smart. Very smart.
thank you.
Yes. So we jumping we jumping all around, but wait a minute, honey. When I saw Tatiana Ali is playing you, I was like, Fresh Prince. That's a throwback. That is so dope. How was it working with
She is
her?
amazing. She's amazing. When they first told me about Tatiana, I was like, okay, I didn't
Hmm.
know why at first because I just still was picturing young Ashley, right? But we both have Caribbean backgrounds. We
Hmm.
both just everything was similar. And then like we were on Zoom side by side. I'm like, dang, we do look alike, right? And then her
Hmm.
demeanor is like mine, and she really, really studied me. She gave
Hmm.
my character so much integrity and so much care. Between her and the
Hmm.
director, Alpha Nikki, another Black woman,
Hmm.
they made me feel so comfortable on set throughout the
Hmm.
process that I was like, okay, I don't care what is shot. I trust them. And
Right.
she was just amazing. She is a veteran. She is so dope. Um I can't even explain. Just like if she didn't like the scene, the way it was worded, she would call me on the phone when if I wasn't there and say,
Hmm.
"Okay, how would you say this? This doesn't sound right."
Hmm.
Who does
Hmm.
that?
Yeah,
And
that's
she
real
found my voice
thoughtful.
and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love her.
Awesome. How was that experience being on set and just watching you unfold, watching your story unfold? Like, was that like a pinch myself? Like, wow. How was
Yeah,
that?
it was like to be at my age, I'm in my 40s. To still be alive, to be still be functional, to be able to
Hmm.
do these things, and they made a movie about my life. It's still
Hmm.
surreal. I'm a
Hmm.
very humble person, so when I walked on set, I guess they expected somebody else. But I went
Hmm.
to everybody, every extra. I spoke to them. I introduced myself. Everybody on that set cried with me, man, woman, or child, didn't matter what
Mhm.
nationality they were. The whole crew, Chaplin Media, in Canada, they did a beautiful job telling my story, and it was amazing. Like it was like one of those things. This is what I've been working for in my writing career, and I kind of walked away from my writing career to go after Girls Who Brunch. So it
Mm.
was a confirmation for me more
Mhm.
so than anything that God, He orders your steps. Like we don't know what we're
Mhm.
doing. We don't know
Mhm.
why we're doing it, but God, as long as you trust God, He's going to order your steps to where you need to go. And that's what I
Mhm.
got out of the whole time I was there. I cried so much it was ridiculous.
And I saw the video when you said that Black Girls Rock that you were crying also. But that's a beautiful thing that you're being celebrated. And a lot of times, we look at our trials and tribulations and think that we're not seen. So knowing
Yeah.
that these things that you've gone through, that would it be something that you would change, or you just use those as stepping stones and experiences to expand even more and share?
I forgot who the name of the singer is, but it's a line that says experience is a good teacher. And
Hmm.
I always stick with that because if I didn't go through the things I went through, I wouldn't be here. So I had to go through those things to even have empathy when I meet a little girl who may be a
Hmm.
mean girl or whatever because she's going through things. I work with a
Hmm.
lot of girls wrestling from the sex trade.
Hmm.
Just girls incarcerated, and you have to have care and empathy, and only way you're going to be able to have that naturally if you understand what they're going through. You can feel
Hmm.
sorry for somebody, but understanding is totally different, and that's what
Hmm.
I try to bring to every girl and woman that I come across. I really think before I speak,
Hmm.
and I don't regret it. I don't regret none of the rapes. I don't regret anything because it just made me a stronger person. I wouldn't be who I am today if it didn't happen.
Yes, ma'am. And one thing I appreciate about you, Nicola, is like your your actions. You're not one that just says something. You're in your actions. So you'll call and you'll check in, and she's always like, because you know what it is just to be a, I'm gonna say, entertainer in the public eye, a woman in the industry. That it's a real, it's a. Do we want to say struggle? It's an experience, and you're calling like, yo,
It's
I
an
just want to let
experience.
you know. You like, I just want to let you know that keep doing your thing, keep pushing. Like when I was doing my comedy shows, you came out and supported, and I just really appreciate that because we haven't known each other a long time. We haven't spent a lot of time in person, but the connection is there and it's real. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. That means a lot.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? And
Yes.
if you don't have somebody to support you, right? Because the funny thing is, you would think your friends and family would be the ones to
Mm,
support you, but sometimes they don't understand what you're doing, right? Or when you
mhm,
have to lock yourself into work, they're thinking you're being dismissive to them, and it has nothing to do with anybody else. So
mhm,
I understand what you go through as a woman in this business. So of course I'm going to check on you because I know you probably don't get that all the time. And
mhm,
this is hard. I see how some of these people commit suicide and stuff because you don't know how to maintain all that. If you're always the one
mhm,
giving and nobody's giving back to you, you can't pour from an empty cup. So I'm going to always be
mhm.
there to give you some tea.
Yes, honey, give me that tea. Yes, I appreciate that. And it's true. It's true. So how does your family, your children, when you say I gotta lock myself up or I gotta stay focused, I gotta work on this project, how do they handle? Are they just go with the flow? Mommy, we used to it.
Well, my girls are grown now. So they're 25 and 24. So, I mean, oh Lord, 29 and 24. 29. And so they're used to it. But my daughter, we were out for dinner for Valentine's Day, and she was giving her recollection of me being on the road, but then I was still her cheer coach. So she's like, she didn't
Hmm.
understand. She was mad at me at one point because I would be gone all the time, but then she was happy because I always was there. She's like,
Hmm.
how did you do that? I was like, girl, I was tired, but
Mm.
I wanted to give them more than what I received.
Hmm.
Thank you. I wanted to give them more than the things that I received as a child. So for for me, my girls and this experience with this movie, them chicks are crazy. Like, wait till Vegas, y'all. Let's wait until Vegas. Vegas is sold out. It's 295 seats. It is sold out in a day. The Atlanta sold out in 30 minutes. And it's crazy, but them chicks are, they're like, somebody tried out to be me. Okay.
Okay. So let me
Well, you
explain
shut
something
up.
to you. So I am so excited about the screening here in Atlanta. And she's so graciously, she was like, yo, Aisha, get your ticket. And I did something. I got sidetracked or something. I went back and it was a wrap. Okay. It was a wrap. I was like, okay. So I had to call in favors like Meg Thee Stallion called Beyonce. I had to send a I had to send a text. I was like, Dr. Nicola Mitchell, I have no ticket.
I was
So
like, girl, yesterday was stressful. Do you hear me? It was so many people on this list, and they had like triple booked, you know. And so now
mhm.
my assistant is calling, my daughter's calling. I'm like, did you mean to get 7 tickets? Well, we got a limit, you know. So just to allow other people to have the opportunity to
Yes.
be there. And the biggest thing, you know, shout out to the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation. They
Mm.
sponsored the screening. I know Paige shit from the Harvey Foundation was trying to do Baltimore, man. And I'm like, if we had the timing to do it before the movie aired, I
Mm,
would.
mhm.
But they had they sponsored it, but the contingency of it was we wanted to do it so 150 of our girls between theirs and ours,
Mhm.
because we work, so they're my partner. They're so
Mhm.
intertwined anyway. They're all belong to all of us, right?
Mhm.
Our kids
Mhm.
weren't even in there. So my assistant was like, I don't care. I'll call these people and be play bad cop, because she was like, these girls are coming in. So sorry,
Mhm.
ma'am. Uh, due to the overwhelm, you cannot come
Mhm.
in because our girls have to come. This is for my
Right.
kids. I need the girls of Girls
Yes.
Who Brunch
They need to
tour
see
to
it.
be there. Yeah. And that's it. You
Mhm.
know, let's fill the theater up with all the pretty black girls. And that's what I'm excited about.
Yes.
I have churches in Vegas bringing 30 kids from the church. Pizza night.
Mm.
My church, shout out to True Love Missionary Baptist Church. They got, it's called
Mm.
Get Lit for Christ. And they feed them at the
Yes.
church and bless them. I was like, okay, Jesus. So, you know, that's
It's
what I do it
beautiful.
for those kids.
Yes, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes, because our show was about to put down 6 people. That was God. He was like, "No, you're not. We gonna lock you out too because you don't know how to act." I was like, "Oh, it ain't no limit. Let me lock you out."
Girl,
But yes, that's
girl.
amazing. That is so dope. And just to have the young girls to have that experience, especially those that work very closely with you, right? To say like, this
Yes,
is my mentor. This is someone that I'm a part of her organization. This movie is about her. Girl, they're gonna be giving out autographs on your behalf.
baby. Let's talk about it. Wait, let's talk about it, because two things. In DC, one of my girls, Kalia, she's been with me since she was like 4 years old. And you know, you have
Mm.
to be 9. That sis made herself a junior ambassador. So she would do videos. This is Kalia, junior ambassador for Girls Who Brand. So when she turned 9, she became an ambassador. She's 13. So she was
Mhm.
there in DC. She stood to her
Mm.
feet, child, and was like speaking about the organization so proudly. She was
Yes.
like, Miss Nicola called me while she was on set, and I picked the music for them to dance to, or whatever. Like, it was a
Oh.
proud moment. And then I've had other girls, because at the end of the movie, not during the screenings, you're not going to see it, but at the end of the movie, on actual Lifetime, you guys will
Mhm.
see like clips from actual Girls Who Brunches. So when they gave me
Mm.
the pictures, I shared it with the girls. I was like, look, you made it to the
Mhm.
movie. So they're like, does that mean I'm in the movie with Tatiana Ali? I was like, okay, yeah, technicality, yeah, I guess, girl.
Yeah,
So
they giving out
yeah, they
autographs.
all,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yes, they giving up. That's beautiful. That is absolutely fantastic. And that's, I think, I know that when you're doing really great things, that it's supposed to overflow. It's supposed
yeah,
to go over to the people that are closer to you. They are supposed to be blessed and benefit from it.
Yeah.
So for them to have that experience, this experience at that age, the ages that they are now, that's something that they're going to keep with them forever.
And one thing I always tell the girls of Girls Who Brunch is that you're going to be better than me, right? So if you starting now and you're
Hmm.
this age and you keep going, you have no reason not to be better than me. So this
Hmm.
to me, like I have a movie, especially like one of my babies, Amaya, she's 21 now, but she was my very first ambassador. She traveled to
Hmm.
every city with me the first year. And we were
Hmm.
talking, and I was like, she's like, I'm so proud of you. I said, did you see this happening? Could you believe it? You were there with me. And I told her
Mm.
all the time, it was many times I just wanted to give up. She would come back there. She would do my makeup sometimes because I'm rushing.
Mhm.
And she was
Mhm.
there with me. And so for me to have a movie, she's like, oh, shit, I can get one too. I'm going to have me about 10 movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, let this be
Yes.
nothing to you. That ain't Miss Nicola did it. I can do what Miss Nicola did it. That's what I want them to have. Yes.
Yes.
Challenge me. Challenge me. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you have your movie. So what? And I know this has you like right now. This is your focus, your baby, your birthing, right? So
Yeah.
what are some other projects you have coming up? Do you have any books coming out? Any other? Well, we know the tour is going on because the tour is all year round, right?
So the
It's all year
tour, the
long.
new season, okay, so the gala is Memorial Day weekend. That's our fundraiser. So with the
Okay.
gala, we use that to raise $100,000 just for the Girls Who Brunch tour itself. We have like 5 different
Mm-hmm.
programs. So
Mm-hmm.
with that, it's our fundraiser, but that's the closeout from last year's tour. So we're honoring girls in different cities, our partners,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
women in the different communities that help run my
Mm-hmm.
cities. I honor
Mm-hmm.
6 women and 6 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Then the tour starts in June. The actual tour starts
Okay.
in June. So we're kicking it off in Toronto. Then we're going to New
Mm-hmm.
York. We're doing a press conference in Jamaica. Uh, and it just goes on from there. It's 23 cities. And
Wow.
but no, the tour is ongoing. I also have a book series I'm pitching right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Adventures of Legend.
Mm-hmm.
It's about relationships with dogs, from a black
Mm-hmm.
child's perspective. Um, so I have Adventures of
I
Legend,
want to hear
Adventures of
about that. What
Abby.
about that? You grow up with dogs?
So my children, they have dogs, right?
Okay.
I had a dog named Abby, and we had her for 13 years. She passed away. So her story is telling about us moving across country. And
Mm.
it's like dog care. So like I'm
Mm-hmm.
moving from the desert to Atlanta. Now
Mm.
there's insects. She has allergies, things like that.
Mm.
Legend, he's a pit bull, but my daughter raised him on a college campus. So he was raised on Savannah State University. So he really doesn't understand he's a
Okay.
dog. He think he's a little cat. And
He
so it's
intellectual. He intellectual.
girl, he really is. So he think he's a little bitty cat, right? And his story is how did he get back to Savannah State University because of COVID, he had to come home with me. And he had to stay
Mm.
with me and I had to train him and stuff. But it like shows like HBCU awareness.
Wow.
And then the Adventures of Z and Legend because my granddaughter and Legend are best friends, right? And I know a lot of times people think if he's a pit bull, he's unsafe. So I actually have photos of them like she's laying on him reading books, she's riding him, and that's what I have the illustrator recreate. So I have that series
Oh,
coming out.
awesome.
Our new tour for next year for Girls Who Brunch is Dreams Worth Fighting For. So every
Mm.
tour we have a theme. Last year
Mm.
was You Matter. This year is Dreams Worth Fighting For because I got this movie because Girls Who Brunch was a dream that was worth fighting for me.
Mhm.
And I have a
Mhm.
journal coming out called Dreams Worth Fighting For as well.
Wow.
So yeah, those are
Booked
my
and
new
busy,
projects.
honey. Booked and busy. Booked, busy, and
Yeah.
inspiring.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. I forgot you have a granddaughter. Yes, she was at the
Girl,
gala.
yes, that was girl. Girl. I love it. You wanna
So
you can
yes. So,
share it with me now.
how old is she? Is she 5?
She just turned 5, girl.
Okay, I was like, is she 5? Okay. Well, 5 between 5 and 7, I will take children because as long as they can go to the bathroom by themselves, we ain't gonna. I can't. The funny thing is, kids they don't know how to go to the bathroom as quick as they know how to pick out expensive stuff and order expensive food off the menu. Okay.
Girl, this one, her mom's a DJ, so she's so
Wow.
mature. So sometimes I gotta remind her that she's a baby. Like we're gonna go to the playground. But she just wants to sit there. She'll just read and whatever on the iPad. I'm like, no, we're gonna go outside,
We're
So
gonna
she's
play.
really easy. She'll come with me for weeks, and let me do
Mm.
whatever. And it was so funny when we were taking her. I had to take her home. She knew I had
Mm-hmm.
Philly coming up, but my grandmother passed
Mm-hmm.
away, so we went home for the
Mm-hmm.
funeral. I took her home. Girl, she thought she just knew she was coming to Philly. So I had to tell flight attendants, everybody, hey, we're going to Philly. Okay. We're going to Philly. So I can have a peaceful flight. We on our way to
Mm.
Philly. Because she was like, I'm not going home. I'm going to Philly with my grandma. Okay.
Oh.
Girl, we got to Las Vegas. We got the plane. She's like, this look like Las Vegas. I was like, girl, okay. We here. Okay, let's go find your mama.
Yes. And my condolences on your grandmother passing. I remember we had spoken too. Yes. And
Thank
I know
you.
she would be extremely proud of you.
Yes. Yes. I'm named after her.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's honest. So yes,
Named
she is
after her.
having the experience with you. So how do
Mm-hmm.
you how does a writer go about reaching out to you for you to publish them? And what does that entail,
Um,
publishing another author?
Oh, I love it. I used to publish under my own company, and that was stressful because, with Amazon and things like that, it has people thinking, oh, you could pop the book online and you're going to become a bestseller, but they really don't understand like all the work that went in behind it. So now just publishing other people, um, they give me their work, I give them a final beautiful project, and they
Mhm,
respect it because they're doing what they're doing. So I've published over 1,000 books. I've helped
mm,
Omar Tyree, the U.S. Dreams Academy, Aaron to follow the
mm,
basketball player. I did Tamika Scott from Escape. I did her last cookbook.
mhm,
Um, so, I just work with different people, different brands, and help publish them. But if they wanted to contact me, they just go to iamnicola.com and click
mhm,
on publishing services. And for consulting, we can schedule a time to talk, figure out what part of your brand that I can work on with you, and then we can get the
mhm,
book done. I also ghostwrite as well. So
mhm,
that takes a lot of my
mhm,
time, but I know how to knock it out pretty quick as well. And I've done a lot of projects too. So publishing has been my baby. And
mhm,
then, but trying to balance the publishing, Girls Who Brunch, and now Nicola the brand again, that's been a lot.
mm,
I kind of put Nicola to
mhm.
the side to focus on Girls Who Brunch. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm remembering how to be the talent right now.
Ah, right, right. So tell me this: how do you ghostwrite? For those that don't know, what is a ghostwriter?
So a ghostwriter is someone that you hire to bring your story to life, right? So
Mhm,
there's a couple different methods that I do. I'll talk it out with the person. We may schedule a call like this. I let people bullet and talk it out on a recorder, and then I'll
mm,
go back in and I'll take notes, and then we'll have a conversation so I could pull pieces from those
mm,
conversations to create the substance of the chapter. And
mm,
so I have them do a couple of bullets. The one gentleman we're working right now, he was like, "Oh, I just love this." I'm like, "Yeah, it's some money though." A lot of people think, "Oh, I got a story. You ghostwrite my story," and they think you should just write for free, but you're paying me the equivalent of what I would be making if I was working on myself at that time. So I think
mm,
people lose sight of what ghostwriting is because I have to like shut everything else down to give
mhm.
your story my attention.
Right.
But I
Mm,
mean, it's a beautiful thing. But I always tell
mhm,
people try to write it. At least try. Try.
mhm, mhm. Right, and
Just
that
write it out.
strengthens that muscle. It'll strengthen that muscle. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think we
Wow.
overthink it sometimes. We again that imposter syndrome. You feel like you can't do
Mhm,
it. You're not good enough. Just try it.
mhm. Yeah.
Can you
So
lose?
do you because you say try to write it for those that like imposter syndrome, they're a little intimidated by what's going to come out. Do you offer workshops to writers? Is there a way that you
I
can
used to.
someone can reach out? Okay.
I used to. We can do one-on-one consultations. I used to do
Okay.
the workshops. I don't have time for it, but I got some besties like Tamika Newhouse. She's the founder of Black Writers Weekend. She got stuff Create a Con. She got all these things for writers, novice writers, whatever. You can come to Atlanta. She now is taking on tour. She got Creative Con LA.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
so you can meet her out and
Hmm.
she can help you. Zane can help you. I got some people that can
I was
help
about
you.
to say Zane, right? Like, yes, because actually
I
my
just
book,
can't.
yeah, Zane did the punch up on my book, Dating After Marriage Chronicles. And
Okay.
Zane Zane crazy. So everybody be like, Zane crazy. Zane, we get a different experience from Zane. I'm like, Zane is off the she's off the I'm like,
Zane is
Zane said
girl.
she
I
is
love
dope.
her though. I love her.
Uh-huh.
She'll be like, "So do you need me to make that phone call?" Because you know I'm the nice girl. So she the bad cop. I'm the good cop.
Right.
She like,
She like,
"You
mm-mm.
need me to call?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because one time it was a project. She said, oh, they don't know how to use you. She was like, all that talent you got. She said, they don't know how to use you. Next. Zane is no joke. She is no
Shut
joke.
it
Yes,
down.
yes.
Move
So
on.
I told her, I said, I need to have you on my podcast. But she busy. So I'm gonna have to keep knocking on her door. Zane. So when she see you, she gonna be like,
She'll
oh, you know what,
come.
Aisha? I forgot. Oh no, I know she'll come. I know she'll come. I know she'll come. She just did. I'm like, Zane, do I need to come to your house and pop this up?
Girl, that's what you gonna have to do
Yes,
now. Go pull
yes.
up on her. That's what I do sometimes,
Pull
just
up
to
on
get
her.
mm-hmm.
Just roll up on her. Be like, Zane, I got a rum cake. Well, come on over.
Oh, you got rum cake. I take that. You know, if you got rum
Not
cake,
black
put it
cake.
on me.
Not black cake. Rum cake.
Oh,
Look, my mother sent me some black cake the other day. Let me tell you something. I ain't even gonna tell you how much I ate that cake, and I haven't had it in a while. It was just so good. And she was like, how was it? I said it was so good, mommy. I ate all of it. And somebody had to save a piece in the freezer. I'm so glad I put hers in the freezer because it would have been gone too. That's how I was
my
doing it.
mom used to make it. She used to make it, and she used to soak the fruit in the rum. She used to, and I
Yes.
that's one thing I never learned how to make. I'm trying to perfect it now, like practice,
Mhm.
but no, she kept that to herself.
Yes. My mother, for my rites of passage, not sweet 16, my rites of passage 16th birthday, she started soaking the fruit. I swear it must have been 3 months. And then when she made the cake, every week she poured more rum on it. I think that was the
Hmm.
first time officially I was knocked out. I got drunk when I was 16 from the cake. I slept until two
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon. It was real. Yep. So we're gonna have to
Mhm.
go over your house so you can make some good Jamaican food.
Oh, I do that. I cook. I'm very domesticated. You know, when you come to my house, I feed you.
Okay, I need to know
I
that.
cook.
I want some fried dumplings, some
Hmm.
escovitch fish. Yes,
I do
all
that.
that.
Do it. Porridge,
So how you?
everything. I got my grandbaby eating
Yes,
porridge.
ain't nothing like banana porridge. Oh my gosh, yes, honey. But let me explain something to you. How
Cornmeal
you find
porridge.
time? What kind?
It's cornmeal porridge.
Cornmeal porridge. Okay, okay. But I've had the banana. I had a Jamaican roommate. Girl,
Hmm.
amazing. It was so delicious. That was when I was 19. I'm still thinking about it. Okay, and I'm in my 50s. That's how good it was. That's the impression it left on me. So, how do you find time to cook and be domesticated and you are moving around?
When I'm at home, I'm excited. Like I like to clean up my house. I like to do laundry because I'm at home. I'm gone so much,
Right.
right? So I'm at home.
Hmm.
But my child, I'm usually at home. So don't let my social media fool you. I'm usually at home
Hmm.
Monday through Friday. Thursday I
Okay.
might leave, but usually
Hmm.
Monday through Friday I'm at home and I'll cook. I
Okay.
clean. I
Hmm.
tend to people. You know, I try. But I do have. I get up at 4 a.m. and I
Okay.
start working. I go to the gym and I live off of a calendar. So at this time is this, at this time is that.
Mm.
And that's how I have
She
to live.
disciplined.
But I am. And I'll stop working at 4:30 in the afternoon. For maybe I may push it to like 5:30, take a shower usually because I still probably have my gym clothes on and go
Hmm.
cook, go run my errands, and then come back and
Hmm.
work again for the rest of the night.
What time do you go to bed?
Depends on, like, right now I have some deadlines that needs to be finished before the movie come out. So I've been going to bed like 1, 2 in the morning. But you have to schedule those times. Like I had a date night last night, so I didn't look at a
Mm-hmm.
computer. We went to the movies. This was regular. I'll do dinner or something with my kids or with my girlfriends, and just not,
Mm-hmm.
so I have free time. If you say,
Mm-hmm.
Nick, let's go eat or let's go do something, I'll stop and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't tell me that, I will just sit in the house and work.
Well, you better go ahead, girl. She got a
So
schedule, and she had date night. Okay, she is. She getting it done. That's good. You got that balance. That's a real Caribbean woman, a real Jamaican.
yeah, I'm from Yard. I tell them from my time, I'm
Yes,
from Yard.
she's from Yard. Wait, my girlfriend, look, Mariella, she's Panamanian. She's like, yes, cornmeal porridge.
Yes, Carnell.
Yes, honey.
Yes, you tell you how to make
The-
fashion. You just put up.
Yes, honey. Get it, get it, get it, get it. So Catania is saying that they need a screening in Baltimore. Do you see the screening coming to Baltimore before it airs?
No, it
She
airs
said
like in
no.
2 weeks.
Yes. And that's
And
gonna be pushing it. Mhm.
Lifetime do not do movie premieres. And so we have three. This has been, and they have been graciously helping getting everything done, but they do not do movie premieres. So if I add it on another city, girl, they're gonna
Mhm.
be like, what?
Catania said
No,
she
we
can
had
make it
9 movies
happen.
coming. I know you
Mhm.
can, girl. Like,
She a
no, but we can
publicist,
talk.
and yes, yes,
She's a
and
publicist.
that's a producer. So she's a publicist, and I know that and Katanya can speak to this. I know that Marjorie and Steve Harvey they did something. Maybe it was Black Panther. They sponsored something in Baltimore for Wakanda Forever. Yeah. So yeah, so you
Yeah,
never know, but
that's
I know
what
I'm
we're
seeing it
doing.
here in Atlanta on the 5th. Okay,
Yeah,
I
they wanted to
look.
do it there. Go ahead.
Go
What you gonna say, baby?
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go
And I
ahead.
was
You
gonna
said
say
they
they
want to do
wanted
there.
to do it there, but we did it here. Thank you.
Yes. So I will be there on the 5th, honey. I'm glad I made it in. I had people on my list. I was like, I'm gonna hit up Marvin, I'm gonna hit up Beverly, Melissa, and it was like, no. I was like, Nicola, can I bring somebody? She was like, no. So I will be by myself, but with everybody. And I'm excited. I'll let them know how it was.
It's a family. It's a family. We're
Yes.
gonna
Oh,
have
we're
a
gonna
good
have a
time.
good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a really good time. I'm excited for you. That's the most important thing. I'm excited. Are you doing questions and answers after the movie and all?
Not in Atlanta, no,
Okay.
because the way the theater is set up, and
Okay.
because Tatiana is going to be, because it's like right before the movie, she's going to
Okay.
be in New York doing press. But
Press
what
for
we're
them. Okay.
trying to do is if she can zoom in. So I'm waiting for
Mm-hmm.
the theater to tell me, like, if they could put her on the screen, just, or even if she can
Right.
give a welcome message that they can play,
Yes.
to
Yes.
say thank you, whatever. So
Yes.
that's what we're trying to work on right now. She will be
Mm-hmm.
in Vegas though, and we are
Okay.
doing the
That's
Q and
awesome.
A there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Because that's where it all started for you, kinda in the States.
all started, all
Yes.
started. Yep,
And I think that's
and
beautiful
it's
that
so
you're
cute.
mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You think it's beautiful
No,
what?
you finished. You said it's so cute. Go ahead.
That they, like, on the screen they'll say Las Vegas, then Atlanta, then Las Vegas, then Atlanta. So it's just like for the kids, my
Mm-hmm.
Vegas kids and my Atlanta kids, to make them feel like some type of ownership. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yes.
it takes place here. Like we're the special kids. I could already hear how that's gonna go, child.
But that's beautiful because you get to take it back home. So people you've grown up with, their children, just people that don't even know you, and they find out, oh, she's from Las Vegas. That's even more like I can do this too. Whatever this is, it
Yeah,
doesn't have to be a writer or a movie. It just I can do this. There, it opens their vision up.
and I grew up on the west side. Shout out to the west
Mm-hmm.
side of Las Vegas. It's the
Mm-hmm.
hood,
Mm-hmm.
9106,
Mm-hmm.
and the library, the theater that we're filming it at. I actually worked there. That was my very first job, and it's right around the corner from my house that I grew up in.
Wow.
So I'm bringing it all the way back, and they like it's a beautiful theater. And so yeah, it's I'm like, can we
That's
put
sweet.
chairs and can we put kids on the ground? Because there's people still asking. I'm like, can we let the kids sit on the wall?
Oh, yes. And it's only one screening, right? Per city.
Mhm. One screener per city, 295 seats are full.
Yes. That's awesome. That is awesome. And then you're
Beautiful.
going to have even more people that are going to be even encouraged and inspired to watch. Again, it's on Sunday, April 9th. So it's at 9 p.m. Eastern
Yeah,
Time, 8 p.m. Central.
yes. And we'll be doing a watch party. So I will be live with Tatiana online, and we'll be talking about giving commentary during the commercial breaks. And
Hmm.
then at the end, we'll be bringing people in from different cities that have registered. Right now, there's over 1,000 people registered for the watch party. So that's pretty
Wow.
dope.
So where you going to be watching that?
I will be watching it from Lit Diaries. That's my so you can come up there. We're gonna have like a small screening live there and
Hmm.
a talk, and it's gonna be super dope. But she said, "Oh my
Okay. So
God,
I need that
Linda,
information.
I got you. You can come sit. See you go. You can now. You can bring Marvin and them there.
Okay. Yes, yes. So that's gonna be the day out to and Marvin. Where's that lit studio? It's called Lit Studios?
Lit Diaries. It's off of
Lit
Main
Diary.
Street, downtown Atlanta. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll tell them to meet us there. Do we need to bring our own snacks?
I will always have snacks, and at every one of the premieres, let me shout out L'Oreal Paris. They're my brand, and that I'm a woman of worth. That brand that I love working with them. They are donating bags for every city, but they give bags for
I'm
every
getting my
city that we
bag.
do a girl food punch. So there will be having makeup, hair care, things like that in the bags. So shout out to L'Oreal Paris. So we will have product at the watch party as well.
I'm getting me a bag. Yes, and first of all, let's just touch on. I'm a name like about. I'm gonna name four of her books really quickly, so you all can go on. All you got to do is Google Nicola Mitchell, Dr. Nicola Mitchell. We're gonna talk about that Dr. Sue. So she has some of her books are Over and Over Again, Beautiful Liar. We all know them. What was I supposed to do? And is this Patience of Chance? And you co-authored that with
Defiance
O.B.
of
Wells.
chance.
Defiance with
Defiance of chance.
Defiance of Chance. Yeah, so I got that
Mhm.
totally incorrect. But yeah, so you can look up her books. Also, she has numerous awards, and she mentioned the L'Oreal Paris Woman of Worth. You were honored by Black Enterprise in 2015. And you were also five of the worthy bloggers to watch. Uh, what else? Girl, okay? She has gotten proclamations from Houston, Texas, the governor, wait a minute, from Georgia. Girl, you can run it down. Go ahead, run it all down. I
So
mean,
let's
so
talk
many
about it.
honorees,
On
so
Sunday,
many
March
acknowledgments.
26th, Sunday, March 26th is Nicola Mitchell Day. So this is my first Nicola Mitchell Day in Houston, Texas.
Yes,
Yes, and then I
Houston,
have
love you.
girl, because I have like 5 proclamations in Houston for Girls Who Brunch. And then we got Las Vegas, we have Indianapolis, we got Georgia, we got Charleston. I got somewhere else. But yeah, but those are all
That's
Girls Who Brunch
dope.
tour days. Yeah, so I'm
Yes,
excited. That was from
yes.
DC.
Say that
Yeah,
again.
that picture
From
was
DC,
from
yes,
DC.
this is from DC, yes, at the Black
Yeah,
Girls Rock. Yes, honey, you are killing the game, and I'm so very proud of you. And this, I know it's not
thank
easy,
you.
but I'm grateful that to know that you have a balance. That's an inspiration. Like I was texting you last night, I was because it's like people, but when I start doing the research, it's like, and you go deeper, and you like, wow, so awesome. You rock, girl.
I,
You a
I
black girl who
yeah,
rock, and you are
I
giving
received
hope.
that. I received that, and you'll find out some more about me in this movie. watching it for the first time, I'm like, wow, this is beautifully done. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's amazing. I kept referring to her as her. I'm like, oh, that's me. Okay, yeah. So
So,
it's crazy.
well, it's kind of early, but what would you say your takeaway is right now as far as them approaching you about the movie being on set? What would you like? What is your takeaway, and what would you like if only one young girl to get out of it, the
Keep your
experience, and
head
seeing
down
the
and continue
movie?
to work. Keep your head down and work. Let you know. Sometimes people are working for the wrong agenda. Sometimes people are
Mm,
working because they're trying to gain fame, they're trying to gain fortune, they're trying to gain notoriety. But if you keep your truth, right,
mm-hmm,
because nobody else have to understand that. If you keep your
mm-hmm,
truth and just keep walking and doing, I like everybody keep asking me, how did you get this? They found me. I didn't
mm-hmm.
do anything. I never
You were on
pitched anything.
purpose.
I've written books. I never wrote a book
Mm-hmm.
about my life.
Mm,
So whatever's for you, God has for you. So just continue to work. That's the advice I give everybody. Prayer without work is
mm-hmm,
dead. You can't pray about it and believe God is going to give it to you if you don't put
mm-hmm.
the work in it.
That's right. That's right. You better go ahead, girl. So tell us about being Dr. Nicola Mitch. Dr. Nicola Mitchell.
That is dope. Like I'm still getting used to it, girl. I'll be like, who y'all talking to me? Oh, okay.
When I saw it, I said it went
It-
from Miss Nicola Doctor. I said she can take my temperature.
girl, girl. So the president and chancellor of Leadership Esteem Academy University out of Houston, Texas. Houston does love me. I may have to get me a home in Houston. Now that I'm thinking about it, she reached out to me last year and said that she wanted to honor me because of my work with Girls Who Brunch.
Mm,
I had to submit my hours, and I had to do everything that they said,
mm,
and I qualified for the doctorate. So I got a
mm,
doctorate of humanitarianism, philosophy and humanitarianism, and then I have
mm,
the president, and I also was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award at the same event. So shout out to Dr. Verna Caddy for even recognizing me. I appreciate that.
beautiful.
Again, that the funny part is, all my joke is I've done so much work. I'm not gonna go back to school, but I know somebody gonna give me a doctorate. And,
Okay,
I,
you better speak.
and she came out and said it. So you just have to manifest things. I've also
Mm-hmm,
manifested to be in Black Girls Rock. I manifested to get the
mm-hmm.
Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Um, only thing I want now that I haven't got is a Nobel Peace Prize. I think I
Yes.
qualified, but you have to do international work. But now we got Jamaica, I mean St. Lucia, uh,
St. Thomas,
Nigeria.
right?
No, we do St. Lucia,
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria, and Toronto. And we're
Okay.
doing Toronto in June.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you better go ahead, girl, and get your Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, you better manifest. That's
Yeah.
right, manifest it. Yes,
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 ma'am.
yes. A woman's work is never done. You better go ahead and love on them babies. And just the way the young ladies connect, like when you spoke about the young ladies speaking, she may have been the one that spoke at the gala. Is she from was she from North Carolina? It was one lady, one young girl. She was just so she was on it. She was so proud. And you talk about how they came and they were shy and you just brought them out of their shells and how you get on the Zoom calls and you inspire them and they stand up and they show up. And I think that is amazing. And that speaks to what you pour into them.
Yeah, no, this one is from DC, but I know which one you're talking about from
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte. The the thing is this, like the joke, like when we were at the Steve, shout out again to Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation. They have the Girls Who Rule the World event, and they bring our girls in every year. So I had 25 girls with me from all over. So they weren't just in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So they were from
Mm-hmm.
Texas, Florida, wherever. And I love on them all the same. So even
Mm-hmm.
my committee chair from Charlotte, who was with me, she's like, "You better quit hugging them kids. They don't want to listen to nobody but you." I'm like, "Girl, I'm gonna hug them because I don't know if they, I don't know if they can hug them home. There's a
That's
reason why
right.
they keep coming to me, right?
That's
So I'm gonna
right.
hug them. I'm gonna play with them. We're gonna sit here.
That's
We're gonna take
right.
selfies, and they
Mm-hmm.
all act the same. So I'm not even worried about
Mm-hmm.
them. They know that if we have to be women of integrity. That's something else that I say
Mhm.
here. What does it
Mhm.
mean to be a woman of integrity, right? And
Mm.
so they know they have to apply that when they're with me. So they're not perfect. They're
Mhm.
kids. They still
Right.
do things. But
Right.
what I do appreciate is the respect that no matter where these girls came from, they all have the same amount of respect. And I just love
Mhm.
my kids. But yeah, I hug on them all day. They spoiled. They are.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what's the link for the watch party? Where can they, when you're live with Tatiana, is that going to be through your Twitter account? How can
It's
they
going to be on
join in
StreamYard. So it's
on
going to be through
StreamYard?
StreamYard. So it's going to be streaming on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
There we go.
on our YouTube page. But you can click on our, if you go to girlswhobrunchtour.com,
Mm-hmm.
there'll be a link there, and it has a link for everything that we're doing. So at girlswhobrunchtour.com, you can donate. We're trying to raise $100,000, $5, $10, $20. Everything helps can go to the
Mm-hmm.
mission of
Mm-hmm.
service and need. We're now at 38,000 girls worldwide. And
Mm.
what else can we do? We got all these cities coming up. So if you want to be a speaker, go to girlswhobrunchtour.com. You can sign up there to be a speaker or volunteer. If you want to
I
just
think I'm gonna sign up to be a speaker. I'm gonna be a speaker. I presented, now I'm gonna be a speaker.
come on, girl,
Coming in,
come
I'm
on,
about to come
baby.
in and teach some comedy workshops too. Yes, yes, yes.
And that's the other thing that I try to do too. There's certain workshops that I do is mandatory, like my human trafficking workshops, the financial
Mm.
literacy for young girls, the younger girls. Like there are certain things that we have every city. But what,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you want to be a part of it, I'll say, okay, what are
Mm-hmm.
you good at? I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
tell you what to teach. I'm going to let you teach what you're
Right,
good at, because
right.
this is a master class, to these girls.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
but I bring in health and fitness, every city, health and
Mm-hmm.
wellness, because a lot of girls don't even know how to go outside and exercise. So we make it
Mm-hmm.
mandatory to do it
Mm-hmm.
there. We just have a good time. I just love what the family we created with Girls Who Brunch Tour, and just love to see the notoriety of how they are excited for each other, like from across the country. I remember one of my black ballerina in Chicago, Alicia, had won $5,000 scholarship, and my model in Atlanta called me. You would thought she won it, girl. She was screaming. I was like, what's
That's
that?
right.
The ballerina, my
Yeah,
Girls Who Brunch Tour sister. I was like, see,
that's awesome.
that is why I
That's
do
what
it.
it's about.
That is
Hmm.
why I do it.
That support.
Yeah.
That support. So, Mariella Spirit Lifters, it is called Giving Hope on Lifetime, April 9th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So, you set y'all DVRs, whatever. Y'all can create your own watch parties, get some young ladies together to watch it, to be inspired. Dr. Nicola Mitchell, I want to thank you so much for joining us. You are inspiration. You are a Black girl who rock. You are a Black girl who brunch tour manifestationer. And I want to let y'all
Come
know. So
on, Queen.
we are going to re-air this on Saturday mornings for all of you all that will be up looking like, where is I Know Dope People? This will re-air on Saturday. So if you're watching it this Saturday, this is a re-air. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the best to you. I will see you soon. I will see you on April 5th for show. Maybe April 9th. I'm going to see if Marvin and them other people I'm thinking about bringing will
Yes,
come through. I
we
appreciate
gonna have a
you.
good time.
Yes,
We're gonna have a good time.
congratulations,
Thank you,
congratulations,
Queen.
and more and more and more expansion to you. All the best to your family. See you soon. Peace and blessings, Dr. Nicola Mitchell.
Thank you, Queen.
Peace.
Peace out, Queen.
Thank y'all so much for joining me for this special Thursday night edition of I Know Dope People. I want to give love once again to Dr. Nicola Mitchell for joining us today. Again, this is going to re-air on Saturday. Wishing you peace and power. Please get your